By studying the inscriptional evidence, B.D. Chattopadhyay was of the opinion that there were different categories of urban centers. The nature and character of these urban settlements differed. Very often, a hierarchy of these settlements could be noticed.
For example, we have reference to an urban center called Prithudaka, which is in present-day Pehwa in Haryana, and it is particularly referred to as a place where there were Ghotaka Yatras, which means that fairs for the trading of horses. So naturally, a place where there is a Ghotaka Yatra is not same with another urban center like Siadoni, where we have, which is known as a Puropattana, and where we have wide roads, reference to wide roads, big houses, hotto margo, like the place leading to the market space. So you have different kinds of urban settlements. Again, you know about Gwalior. The ancient name of Gwalior was Gopadri or Gopagiri. It is being referred to as a kotta. So what is a kotta? It is actually a military settlement as well as an administrative settlement. So in case of Bengal also, we have different kinds of urban centers with the suffix called Pura, Pattana, and then we have different kinds of markets also. So all this takes us to one point, and that is that we had immense urbanization in the early medieval period. It is of course true that the urban centers which were very important in the early historic period, some of them decayed. But at the same time, there are some which continued. For example, Mathura, Ahitshatra, this kind of, you know about this. So they actually continued as an important urban centers, and there were certain other urban centers which just came into focus.
In South India, temples were the main focus of economy during this period. There were two very important urban centers.
One was Kudamukku Palayarai and another was Kanchipuram, which grew out of the temple complex. Because in South India, temple was the main focus of economy in that period of time.
The term third urbanization was coined by B.D. Chattopadhyay. He was of the opinion that there was a change in the nature of urbanization from that of the early historic period.
And what was that difference? The difference was that in case of second urbanization, there was an epicenter. And this epicenter was in the middle Ganga plains. And from where actually the characters of urbanization diffused. But in case of third urbanization, there was no epicenter. It is actually extremely rooted to the regions. And this is rooted again to the kind of formulations that we find in early medieval period, where we have regionalism, which is the basic character of early medieval period. So naturally, B.D. Chattopadhyay said that this period we can be termed as third urbanization.
Since we are talking of urban centers, were there crafts and industries during this period?
Yes, it's a very pertinent question, I must say. And most of the crafts were agro-based. Crafts and industries were agro-based industries. Why agro-based? Because, you know, with the expansion of land grants, many cash crops began to be yielded, and among these cash crops we have sugar. Sugar came up as a very important industry. We have immense number of references to sugar industry in inscriptions, in literature, and even in the Chinese and the Arab sources.
Another industry that flourished during this time was textile. We find mention of important textile centers.
Mulasthana, which is present-day Multan, then Anahila Pataka in Gujarat, and our very own Bongo region, where we find that which is now in present-day Bangladesh. And the textiles of the Vanga region is very much eulogized in the writings of the Arab geographers. And in case of South India also, we find that textile became a textile industry, weavers craft. It became a very important specialized craft area during the early medieval period. Apart from that, a new industry came up. That is the oil pressing industry, and we have references to the oil presses in this period. So, and it is referred to as ghanoko in the literature and in the inscriptions also.